seated.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is the case between Jackson versus Jackson.
Thank you, Tyrone. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Your Honor. Mr. and Mr. Jackson, you are here today because you believe the man that has been fathering you for the last 21 years is not your biological father, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And can you just elaborate as to why you believe that?
Well, Your Honor, the man who has fathered us for the last 21 years, Mr. Blackman, he's a great man. We love that man. But recently, especially within the last couple of years, we've been hearing things from, family members, uncles, aunts, cousins, about our mother's, quite promiscuous past before we were born. And, we've heard that she messed around with multiple guys and that even, 9 months before we were born, so which is right around the time of, conception, she was messing around with a few guys. So we have many doubts right now, and we're
Ms. Jackson, you look quite confused. Is there something you would like to say?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I go by the name Artist. I legally changed my name.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, Artist.
I'm just taken aback that Lupiter and Jupiter would bring me to court, and Mr. Blackman knows that he's their dad, and you guys know as well. They look just like him with his fine self.
So, Mr. and Mr. Jackson, what is bringing these doubts? Like, why now do you feel it's necessary to figure out if this man is really your father or not?
I mean, as my brother stated, we've heard numerous things from family members.
It's probably the insurance policy.
No, it's not the insurance policy, Ms. Jackson. We've heard numerous things from family members, and this man followed us for 21 years, and
he's still doing it.
And he's still doing it, but a lot of things have been said, and they had an ongoing on and off relationship before we were born, but between that relationship there were other men surrounding her as well, and I feel like they probably were probably bad influences for her, and they didn't want anything else from her but her body. I mean, and she let them use her. I mean, we're here,
What do you mean by she let them use her?
Yes.
like she let them manipulate her into just giving.
So let me just ask you. So you're saying this is a past relationship, so you weren't even old enough to witness this.
I was not, but there were other family members. I was just about to add in. So a couple of months ago at a family cookout, our Uncle Joe, our mother's biological brother.
Uncle Joe?
Uncle Joe.
He's been in and out of rehab.
Uncle Joe.
Are you serious?
Uncle Joe can be pretty truthful. So we were sitting down just talking.
I don't even know how we
Please, one person at a time.
I don't even know how we came on the topic, but he talked about how, before we were born, our mom was messing around with multiple guys. She would bring them over to her house while he was asleep in his bedroom. She would bring these guys to her bedroom, which is right next.
Junkie.
So Uncle Joe is one who we've heard from. We've heard from Aunt Marissa. We've heard from one of my cousins who she knows really well.
Marissa wanted your dad.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Our cousin Alan, who's a few years younger than her, but he said that he used to see at different family functions she would bring just guy after guy. She would say, "Oh, this is my boyfriend," and there would be a new person every cookout. New boyfriend every time. And this is new news. This is new news. This is new news to us. Like I said, within the last couple of years.
And you allow someone to talk bad about me like that?
That's your family.
Okay.
It's your family.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you, Miss Artist. Could you please share your side of the story?
Your Honor, this is just like I said. I'm taking it back. Jupiter and Lupiter know that Mr. Blackman is their dad. I have no idea why Uncle Joe at a cookout would even bring something like this up. I think he's upset because I had gave him an ultimatum and he asked to borrow money from me and I said no. I was there. Yes, my aunt can attest. My aunt raised me and partially helped raise Jupiter and Lupiter when Mr. Blackman wouldn't be around because he travels quite a bit, but I will say he's always been there for them and they know that Mr. Blackman is their dad. They look just alike and Mr. Blackman, like, he dipped out a few times and yes, I did as well because he dipped out.
Okay. Ms. Witherspoon, could you please take the stand?
I sure can, Your Honor. Thank you.
Can you share some of the events you've witnessed?
Yes, first of all, Your Honor, I raised this young woman to be respectful, honorable. She's a good Christian girl. Raised beautiful. Look at her. She's so beautiful and men just chase and just bow to her constantly. You know, she had to fight so many men off, like, and just let them know that she was with Mr. Blackman. I don't want these other guys. She's been a good, faithful woman.
I'm no Jezebel.
And loving these boys and took the best of care of them. And Mr. Jackson.
Why we
Mr.
had
Jackson, was it last night? It's not your time to
He
be
was
back.
at my house every night, and that's the only one who ever stayed over. He was the only one that ever stayed over. And that Uncle Joey, he's a liar. He's a junkie and a fiend. And he did try to get some money from her, and I was there, and I overheard him. And she didn't give him the money, and that's why he's telling these boys these pack of lies. And all the other cousins, they're jealous of her. You see her, she's been a model. She's been to Spain and Egypt and all over the world. She's beautiful, and they just call her for all kinds of jobs.
What does that have to do with this case?
They're jealous. They're jealous of her. And they want to break her family up.
Yes.
Now, Ms. Witherspoon, you seem very passionate about this. Have you ever heard Mr. Blackman say anything about his relationship with the boys? Does he feel like a father to them, or does he not claim them as his own?
He's been raising these boys ever since they were born. He signed the birth certificate. He signed it. Nobody forced him. I went to Paris with her, and he kept the boys for 2 months. He loved them, and that's their father.
I mean, what she's saying isn't wrong. Like we said, this man has raised us since we were born. He's all we know. But we're 21 years old. We want to know the facts.
Yep, we want to know the truth, Your Honor.
Like I said before, within the last couple of years, we've been told several different things from family members. Like, this is our flesh and blood who've been telling us this. So I mean, it's been story after story. Like, one of them has to be right.
And it's not fair that we just found out about this now as we're going into adulthood. You know, and we got our own things going on. We should have been learning about this.
We just want to know. That's why we're here. We just want to know the truth, Your Honor. We don't have any ill will. I love my mom to death. We don't have any ill will against her or any of our family members, to be honest. But I mean, it's just all about finding the truth, finding out who our real father is.
Okay. Miss Artist, do you understand where your boys are coming from? As a mother, do you think it's fair that they know who their biological father is? Or are you certain
The
it's
man
Mr.
who's been
Blackman?
raising them for 21 years is their father.
And how can you be so sure?
How can you be so sure?
Like,
I was just alike, and around the time of conception, that's who I was with, Mr. Blackman.
I don't know, Your Honor. She's talking about we look alike. I look like Tia. That ain't my father.
Okay, it had nothing to do with anything.
I'm just saying.
This
like,
is not a
looks-
game. Do you
looks
think
can
this
be-
is a joke?
I don't know.
Are you here to play a game? Or do you want to know who your father is?
I do, Your Honor.
So I would like you to take this a little
And
bit more
it's not
seriously.
T.I.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Well, today we do have Mr. Blackman on a phone call, and he is going to share his side of the story. Hello, Mr. Blackman. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for having me.
So today we have the Jackson twins, and they're here because they believe that you are not their biological father.
Yeah, I understand that, Your Honor. I understand that completely.
So why is that?
Well, Your Honor, to be completely honest, you know, me and Artist had a pretty off and on relationship, you know, throughout the time that the twins were born, even before that. But I still, you know, wanted to be in their lives because, you know, I had this feeling deep down that I was the father. And even, you know, after they was born, you know, we were still on and off, you know, and I heard stories about her throughout the neighborhood and stuff, for her, you know, sleeping around with other guys, and, you know, I never retaliated nothing, but, you know, I wanted to be in their lives because, you know, I ultimately thought I was a father, so it's been a pretty difficult situation to say the least.
Yep, you are the father. And let's not talk about, you know, things I've heard about you. You dipped out when you was traveling. So you are the father and you know it.
I don't want to hear that.
That's why you're not here now.
You know what
That's,
you was doing. I don't want to hear that.
That's why you're not here now.
You know what you was doing, Artist. You know what you was doing.
Yes, and so do you.
And
then, so that's why you're not here, because you got your new young wife.
Whatever. I don't want to hear it. We can see the results.
Yes, we going to see, and you're the father.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Blackman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for having me. And if you don't mind, I would like you to send me the results because right now I just can't witness the results here. It just, I don't know. It would be too much for me. Thank you.
Well, Mr. and Mr. Jackson, do you guys have anything to say about that?
I mean, you know, like my brother said, we love that man, but, you know, hearing more of what he had to say, like, I'm getting more and more skeptical about her, you know, about him being our father. You know, with him saying she was, you know, bringing different guys to the house and him hearing different family members too, that only speaks to, you know, what she was doing. Like, you know, we love our mom, but
do you see what this is doing to your mother?
I do.
Do you think this is fair?
It's not.
She is the reason that you two are even standing here right now.
That's absolutely correct.
So I think you both need to look at your mother and tell her that you love her regardless of the situation.
Can I go with my mom now?
Yes, you may have your mother.
You too. With the spoon.
Okay.
Love.
See, this is what I love to see. Now, regardless of if this man is your father or not, you promise that you will still be in contact with your mother and still have a close relationship?
Of course, yes.
And what if Mr. Blackman isn't your father? Are you still going to keep in contact with him? Or are you going to try and build a relationship with who the other guy might be?
Well, we're hoping that won't have to be the case. We're hoping that Mr. Blackman is the father, because we already have a great relationship with him to this day. But even if he's not the father, you know, we'll have to, you know, figure things out.
I mean, if he's not the father, whoever our father is, you know, we want to build a relationship with him. We want to get to know our actual father. If, you know, that's the case, like he said, we're hoping it's not the case. But if it is, we're just going to have to be men and, you know, step by step, grow our relationship.
Let's get these results, shall we? Tyrone?
Here you go, Your Honor.
Thank you. So these results were ran by DNA Diagnostics. And the results as follows. In the case of Jackson versus Jackson, Mr. Blackman is not.
Damn!
She said he's the father, right?
Right,
Yeah, Mr. Black, he's the father, right?
he's not the
Jackson,
father.
You said he's the father, right?
he's not the father.
Can't be right, y'all, right? You need to bring the test again. Can't be right. He probably sent in the wrong DNA. He sent in the wrong DNA, I just know it.
Well, we have results right here, and the DNA does not lie. I know this is not what you were hoping for, but like I said, you guys are an intelligent, close Black family, and you can work through this. We will offer you resources, but for now, court is adjourned, and I would like to see you all in my chambers.